Lying down in Savasana, with your feet mat width apart, toes dropping out to the side, hands away from the body. You can imagine you want to have around a 30-40 degree angle between your upper body and your arms. Back of the neck long. Eyes gently closed. And let your body relax and sink into the ground. Let go of any thoughts and just become aware of the sensations in your body. Become aware of your breathing. Every time you breathe in, your body fills with positive, rejuvenating energy. Every time you breathe out, you also breathe out any tension, any physical tension, any mental or emotional tension. As you breathe out, you can let that tension melt into the ground. And then gently bring your feet together. Take your hands overhead. You can hold on to the elbows or interlace your hands. And give yourself a nice stretch. Make yourself as long as you can. And relax. Roll over your right side to come up into a seated position. We start with 3 times Om. Find a steady comfortable sitting position. We'll do around 10 minutes of breathing exercises, so you can use a cushion underneath your pelvis. Making sure that your knees are lower than the hips, that you're sitting on your sitting bones, and your spine is elongated. You want to feel a light curve in your lower back. Yeah, so a light lumbar arch is important. It's the natural curve of our spine. And then let your hands rest on your knees or thighs. And think about sitting as tall as you can, pushing your pelvis down and reaching up with the top of your head. When we are having a proper sitting position, then also we can do proper breathing, proper abdominal breathing, so that our diaphragm can actually move down, and we can breathe what we call into the belly. So observe that. See if you can elongate the spine, and at the same time let your belly move in and out gently with every breath. If your belly doesn't move freely, it might be because your sitting position is not correct and you need to tense your abdomen in order to stay upright. We'll start with Niyantrit Shvas, third version, breathing in 4 counts, holding our breath 8 counts, and then breathing out 8 counts, simply through both nostrils. So, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold the breath, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe out with control, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe out last time, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Return to natural breathing. And we move on with Anulom Vilom, alternate nostril breathing. Taking the right hand, folding down index and middle finger to Vishnu Mudra. I will count 2 rounds and then you can continue at your own pace. So we'll use the thumb and the middle finger to close the nostrils, like in the last class. So place your right thumb on your right nostril and breathe in left. 2, 3, 4 and hold. Close both nostrils. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In right. 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In left. 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In right. 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In left. 2, 3, 4 and hold. Continue at your own pace for another 3 minutes. Continue. Try to keep the breath steady, the counts regular. If you find this easy, you can also increase the breath retention to 16 counts. So breathing in 4, holding the breath 16 counts, breathing out 8 counts. Make sure that you stay in a range where you can do the exercise with comfort. And then complete the last round, breathing out through the left nostril. And when you're ready, you can just shake out your legs for a moment, stretch out the back, before we move on to the last pranayama of today. Okay, so next pranayama is Brahmari or a bumblebee. Anyone has done it before? Bumblebee? Yes? Okay, so it's pranayama, it's a breathing practice. It's also a pratyahara, means sense withdrawal practice. Yes? And what we do with it is we stimulate Agya chakra, our third eye chakra. And by stimulating the chakra, we work on our perception. Yes, and we calm down the mind, we calm down the nervous system, and that's the idea. Now, why is the exercise called Bumblebee? Because of the sound, yes. We make a sound like a bee, but it's a bit like an angry bee. Yeah. So when we breathe in, we call it a snoring or monster sound. Yeah. So you breathe in with this kind of sound, and the deeper you can make it, the better. And then you breathe out with a high pitch hum. And when you breathe out, you focus or you project the sound to your third eye chakra. Now, not only do we do that, but we also apply a mudra. Yeah, Shanmukhi mudra. Shanmukhi means to close the doors. Yeah, or not the doors, but the mouths. Closing the mouths of our senses. Yeah, so it goes like this. We use our hands, and with our thumbs we close our ears. Just watch first, because otherwise you cannot follow me anymore. Then with our index fingers we close our eyelids. With our middle fingers we halfway, because we need to still breathe, close our nostrils. Then we bring the ring finger above the lips and the pinky below the lips, closing the mouth. Yes? So this is called the Shanmukhi mudra. And then we breathe in and out at our own pace. So it's not with counts, just at your own pace. When you breathe in, you breathe in. And when you breathe out with the high-pitched hum. Projecting it to your third eye chakra. Yes? It's a very special experience if you're doing it for the first time. Just give it a try. If at one point you feel uncomfortable, you can stop at any time. Sometimes people find the snoring sound difficult to generate, so it's a bit more than the Ujjayi breathing or the ocean breath that you would often get offered in like an Ashtanga or Vinyasa class. So it's really more like trying to snore. So if you want, you can give it a try once. So you create a little resistance in your throat and you breathe in at the same time. Yes? Don't create too much resistance, otherwise you'll start to feel a bit soreness. So just a little. Yeah? It also stimulates the throat chakra. And then the high-pitched sound, I think that's easy. Can be even higher, whatever high pitch you can make. Yes? We give it a try? Now you can do it seated like we are sitting now, cross-leg or Vajrasana. You can also bring your feet to the mat and support your elbows on your knees. Just make sure that your belly is long so you can breathe. so you're not rounding too much. We will do this just for 2 minutes. So coming into Shanmukhi Mudra, closing your ears, then close your eyelids, halfway close your nostrils, one finger above, another finger below the lips to close your lips, and then breathe in. And one last time. Savasana, dead body pose. The idea of this pose is to relax completely, to let go of any muscle or tension. And then bring your feet together. Take your hands above your head to stretch yourself out. And relax. Gently roll over your left side and come up into a standing position at the top of your mat. Now we are going to start the asana practice with Surya Namaskara. Yes? Now you might be familiar with different versions. We usually do the Hatha version. Today we are going to start with a slightly easier version of the classical Hatha Surya Namaskara. So just have a look once, so you understand the sequence, and later on from there we will transform slowly to the original Surya Namaskara. If that is too challenging for you, you can continue to do this easier version. Yes? So in the easier version we stay with the feet actually almost shoulder width apart. As we breathe in, we raise the arms overhead and just stretch ourselves out. As we breathe out, we bend the knees and place the hands on the ground in front of us. With the next in-breath, we step one knee back, right knee back. With the other one, we step the left knee back. Then from here, we lift up, the tailbone up, and look up towards the ceiling. Breathe out, round the back. Then breathe in, right foot forward. Breathe out, left foot forward. Breathe in, bring your arms up. And breathe out, palms together. Yes? Then from there, we do this a few times. And then we move on a little bit more towards the classical version. Yeah? So coming to the front of your mat, feet shoulder width apart, can be even a bit wider depending on your mobility and how you feel today in your body. Toes can point out also a little bit to the side. And then breathe in, breathe out, bring your hands together in front of your chest. Breathe in, make yourself tall, reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Breathe out, bend your knees, stick your butt out and bring your hands to the ground. That's it. You breathe in, bring your right knee back, not too far. Breathe out, bring your left knee back to come into an all-four position. Press your hands into the ground. Breathe in, lift your tailbone and look up, arch your back. Breathe out, round your back, look towards your navel. That's it. Breathe in, step your right foot forward, outside or behind your right hand. Breathe out, step your left foot forward. That's it. Breathe in, raise your hands up. You can keep your knees slightly bent. Reach up. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, raise your hands up. Make yourself tall. Breathe out, forward folds. Breathe in, step your left knee back, not too far at the beginning. Breathe out, right knee back. That's it. Breathe in, coming into a cat. Looking up. Breathe out, round your back, look towards your navel. Breathe in, left foot steps to the front. Breathe out, right foot steps to the front. Breathe in, reach up. Make yourself tall. Breathe out, palms together in front of the chest. Breathe in, arms up. Reach to the ceiling. Breathe out, fold forward. That's it. Breathe in, right knee, not too far back. Breathe out, left knee. Now we will do 3 times the cat. Breathe in, look up towards the ceiling, arch the back. Breathe out, round, look towards your navel. Breathe in again, look up towards the ceiling, arch your back. Breathe out, round, pull your navel in, push through your hands. One more time. Breathe in, open your chest. Breathe out, round. That's it. Breathe in, step your right foot forward. Breathe out, step your left foot forward. You can keep your knees bent. Breathe in, bring your arms up. Breathe out, palms together. Same to the left. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, step your left knee back. Breathe out, right knee back. 3 times. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round. Breathe in, look up. That's it. Breathe out, round. Last time. Breathe in. And breathe out, round. Good. Breathe in, left foot stepping forward. Breathe out, right foot stepping forward. Breathe in, reach up with your hands. That's it. Breathe out, palms together in front of the chest. Breathe in, reach up to the ceiling. Breathe out, forward folds. Breathe in, right knee back. Breathe out, left knee back. Breathe in, arch. Breathe out, round. Now one more time. Breathe in, arch. And as you breathe out, draw your pelvis back into child's pose. So push your pelvis back into child's pose. That's it. Good. Now from here we'll come into a downward facing dog. And if it's too much, for some reason, you can also join us when we step forward. Now curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. And on your next in-breath, step your right foot to the front. Breathe out, left foot to the front. Good. Breathe in, reach up towards the ceiling. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, arms up to the ceiling. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, left foot back, left knee back, not too far, we are still on all fours. Breathe out, right foot back. Spread out your hands, now push against the ground. As you breathe in, lift your tailbone up, look up. Breathe out, round your back. That's it. One more time, lift your tailbone up, look up, and then as you breathe out, child's pose. Good. Yes. Reach out with your hands forward. Pull your pelvis back. That's it. And then from here, curl your toes and lift your pelvis up into downward facing dog. Nice. Breathe in and out. And breathe in, left foot to the front. Breathe out, right foot to the front. Breathe in, hands up. And breathe out, palms together. And just keep your hands there for a moment. Close your eyes. Good. We move on to the full classical Surya Namaskar. So if you need, you continue to do what we just did. Yes. And if you can follow the full, then you follow the full. Small things are different, few things are different. In the beginning, we don't only reach up to the ceiling, but we actually reach a little bit back, pelvis moves slightly forward. What we want to avoid is this. Yeah? So make sure not to hyperextend your lower back, but you keep your pelvis tucked under, reach back. Moving forward, then as we step back, we go further back than what we just did now. But make sure to keep your front knee and ankle aligned. Then from here we come into a push-up position. Then breathe out, knees, chest, forehead. Breathe in, scoop up. Breathe out, hips up. Breathe in, stepping forward. And then the rest is the same. Yes, so I'm going to instruct that, but feel free to continue with the previous version. Yes? Okay, ready? Coming to the front of the mat, feet together or hip width apart. Breathe in, breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, right leg back. Hold the breath, plank position. Breathe out, drop your knees, chest, forehead on the mat. Breathe in, scoop up. Breathe out, hips up. Breathe in, right foot forward. Breathe out, left foot forward. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, fold forward. You can still keep the knees bent, nose to the knees. Breathe in, left leg back. Open the chest. Hold the breath, plank position. Breathe out, drop your knees. Chest, forehead on the mat. Breathe in, scoop up. Breathe out, hips up. Breathe in, left foot to the front. Breathe out, right foot to the front. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, right leg back. Hold the breath, plank position. Breathe out, drop your knees, chest, forehead. Breathe in, scoop up. Breathe out, hips up. Breathe in, right foot forward. Breathe out, left foot forward. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, last time. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, left leg back. Hold the breath, plank position. Breathe out, knees, chest, forehead on the mat. Breathe in, scoop up. Breathe out, hips up. Breathe in left foot. Breathe out right foot. Breathe in and out. Lying down in Savasana. Letting your body relax completely. And then bring your feet together, hands above your head, and take a nice stretch. And relax. Now we are going to do Viparita Karani mudra. This is, you can say, an alternative, a variation for the shoulder stand. There are 3 stages. Yes? First one is you use your cushion below your pelvis and you keep your legs up towards the ceiling. Yeah, there's a little arch in your lower back and your legs are just pointing up. It's quite a relaxed pose. Second one is you turn your cushion the other way around and you bring it more under your lower back and you stay here, and then you can even reach your hands a bit downwards to open your chest. Still pretty relaxed. If you would like to be a bit more active, you can do the same, but then with your hands here. Okay? 3 options. You can choose the one that you can hold for around 90 seconds. Yeah, 1.5 minutes. So either the cushion low underneath your butt, or the cushion underneath your lower back, or coming into a shoulder stand and then arching and leaning onto the hands. Yes, so coming up into the pose. Now if you're doing the last version, then try to make sure that your elbows are not too far out to the side, but try to keep them in. That will bring your shoulder blades in a better position. You don't want to feel any strain or stretch in your neck area. And also the weight really is actually on your hands and on the shoulders, not on the head. And once you found your position, you can close your eyes and continue to breathe gently into the belly. Now to release the pose, remove the cushion. If you're not using a cushion, shift the weight a bit more behind your back. Place your hands on the mat and slowly roll down vertebra by vertebra until your lower back is on the mat. Then you can bend your knees and place your feet flat on the mat, preparing for Ardha Setubandhasana, half bridge pose. Keeping your feet close to your buttocks, around hip or shoulder width apart. Toes can point slightly out if you feel any strain in your knee, so you can always point the toes out a little. And then from here, press your hands against the ground and start to raise your pelvis up. As you do so, reach with your hands towards your heels, bringing your shoulder blades towards each other behind you. That's it. And open the chest. That's it. Nice. If you feel, oh, I would like to go higher, but it's not, I don't feel the range, you can try to open your feet just a tiny bit wider apart. And also make sure that your feet are not too close to you, or also not too far. We hold for another 30 seconds. Keep reaching up and breathe into the belly. Good, and then gently release, press your hands into the ground and roll down, vertebra by vertebra. Just stay here for a moment. And then you take your right foot, right leg, and you cross the foot over your left knee. Now flex your right foot, so pull the toes back to really activate the lower part of your leg. And then from here, you grab hold of your left knee, bringing your right hand in between your legs, and gently pull your leg and your foot towards you. Keep your right foot flexed, and if you're doing it right, you should feel a stretch in your right buttock. If you don't feel that, please call me over. Good, everyone feels a stretch? Breathe into your right buttock, breathing in, and as you breathe out, pull the knee a little closer to you. You should not feel any strain in your right knee, but you can feel quite an intense stretch in your buttock, that's alright. If you don't, try to bring the leg closer. This is a Garbhasana, womb pose. And we'll do the same to the other side, so gently relax. And we cross over the other way around. So left foot across the right knee. Now make sure that your left knee keeps pointing out to the side, and see if you can hold on to your kneecap. Yeah, so not your thigh, but your kneecap. Here, front. Okay, and then you pull your knee towards you. If you want to intensify the pose, you can try to bring your nose and knee together. And breathe. Okay, and gently release. Nice. And shake out your legs, relax for a moment. Bring the soles of your feet together and gently let your knees drop out to the side into sleeping butterfly or sleeping bound angle pose. And place your hands on your belly. And we relax here for 45 seconds, letting your knees drop. And observe the movements of your belly. With every breath, there should be movement. And then from here, bring your left knee to the right. Turn over your right side. And we come up on our knees. For Anahatasana, melting heart. Keep a cushion close by. So just have a look. We're gonna come on all fours. Keeping your hips and knees in line. Then from here, you bring your elbows to the mat. Try to keep your hips where they are. And then from here, you start to walk your hands forward and melt your heart, your chest to the ground. And at one point, you'll be at your maximum. And then you can support yourself with a cushion underneath your chest or belly, whatever you need. You can bring your forehead to the mat, or you can reach with your chin. We'll hold it for 90 seconds, so not very long. It's a popular yin pose, then it's held for 5 to 7 minutes. You can bring yourself just a little bit more forward. Simone, yes, a little bit more. That's it. Good. Yes, that's it. Now breathe into the belly, but also into your chest. Try to create space. Enjoy the stretch in your upper body, your upper back, your arms. If you feel any pinching or discomfort in your shoulders, you can keep your arms a little wider apart and bend the elbows. And work with your breath, using your breath to relax and release into the pose. It's really a pose of surrender. And then you can gently release the pose. Take your time and push yourself back into Shashankasana, child's pose. Hips on your heels, arms by your side, forehead on the mat. And gently roll up vertebra by vertebra. And we sit on our right hip and stretch the left leg forward for Chanushirshasana. Now to make this pose more accessible, you can sit on the edge of a cushion. Yeah, so if you have a bit more tighter hamstrings, you find forward folds more difficult, then sitting on a cushion will help you, but make sure that you're on the edge, Monica. Yes, that's better, good. Now make sure that your right foot is at any position, doesn't matter so much where, as long as your pelvis is squared. Now bring your arms up, make yourself long, and as you breathe out, fold forward with a straight back at first, and then only you can start to round your back and release. Stay for 1 minute, let your elbows drop towards the mat, and breathe. You should feel a stretch in your glutes, in your left hamstring. You will also feel a stretch along your spine. Now try to relax completely, letting go of any unnecessary tension. Breathing into the belly, into the lower back. Good, and slowly you can press your hands against the floor to come back up. And we change the legs around. Right leg in front, left foot against the inner thigh. Maybe you have to pull your right hip back a little so your pelvis is squared. Now make sure you're high up on the sitting bones. Interlace your hands above you. Breathe in and out. Fold forward, straight back at first. Create a movement at the pelvis. And then you can round and release with your head. Reach with your head towards your knee, towards your shin. And use your breath to create space, to release tension. And wherever you are, it is perfect. And then use your hands against the ground to slowly come up. We shake out the legs in front of us. And we move into Paschimottanasana. Yeah, so making again sure we're high up on the sitting bones. Bending the knees will help you accomplish that if hamstrings are tight. Yeah, very important. Folding forward while sitting on the tailbone is the worst you can do for your back. Yes? So make sure you're up on your sitting bones so you feel that there's a little arch in your lower back. Very little, but it's not straight and it's not round. Slightly lifted. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, fold forward. Now if your knees are bent, you can either place them on a cushion or you can bring your elbows underneath your knees. Yeah. And then breathe out and release. And again, connect to your breath. And then slowly roll up vertebra by vertebra. Swing your legs over to one side and lie down on your belly in crocodile. Good, and relax. Crocodile pose. Big toes touching, heels dropping out to the side, arms either by your side or making a cushion for one of your cheeks. Now a good crocodile pose is a very relaxed crocodile pose. Yeah, they are one of the most lazy animals, and that's why they inspire also this pose. And what we want is we want to be able to really relax the whole body to the ground. So if you feel that your shoulders are not resting on the ground or your chest, then try out some different positions. Maybe you want to open your arms a bit wider apart, your hands, or maybe you want to keep your arms by your side, but try to make maximum contact with the mat. Nice. Now from here, Viparita Navasana. We bring the forehead to the mat. We stretch the arms forward, palms facing down. Legs are hip width apart. And then as you breathe in, lift your upper body and your legs off the ground. Superwoman pose or reverse boat pose. That's it. Now don't only think about your legs, but also about your upper body. And hold another 10, 9, 8, rise higher, 7, yes, 6, 5, 4, and higher, 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice. Now in this pose now you can relax either in crocodile or in Sashtang Pranamasana, prone prostration pose. Palms together, forehead on the mat. And enjoy the calming sensation of your forehead pressing against the ground. Good. Moving on to Ekapada Dhanurasana. So we're gonna keep the left hand in front and we hold on with our right hand. We hold on to our right ankle or foot. Now there are two ways to do this pose. The little easier option is to keep your left foot and hand on the mat and push your foot lightly into the hand to lift up a little. Yes, and the other option is to lift your hands and feet all off the ground. Yes, so choose which one is better for you today. We'll hold it for 10 seconds each side. And breathe in and lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And other side right away. Holding on to the left side. There is also an in-between option to just keep the foot or to just keep the hand. Yeah, so there are actually three options. Keep hand and foot, or either, or lift everything. So breathe in and come up. And hold for 10, 9, that's it, nice, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Ashtanga Pranamasana, forehead on the mat, hands, palms together, reaching forward. And relax completely. Having the forehead rest against the ground is really a trigger for our rest and digest nervous system to kick in, for our parasympathetic nervous system. It's also why sometimes when we feel stressed, for example, we rub our forehead, our eyes. This is our way to try to calm our nervous system down. And in this pose we do this as well by just letting our forehead rest on the ground. Gather your strength. We're going to do Dhanurasana this time, so holding on to both of your ankles. So bring your hands back, bend your knees. Knees can be hip width apart or shoulder width for a little bit more space, you can say, mobility. So grabbing hold of your ankles, keep your elbows straight, forehead on the mat. Now as you rise up, try to bring the shoulders and knees to the same height. Breathe in and rise up. Kick your feet into your hands and rise up and hold 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep breathing and smiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. Nice. Now from here we will move on to Chattara Parivartanasana, reclined twist. Now often we enter this twist from the back, but today we're going to enter it from the belly. Yeah, so we're going to just have a look, stretch our left arm, bend our right knee, and then we roll over. So imagine I was just rolling, and let our chest open and our shoulder drop towards the ground. And we try to bring the right shoulder to the ground. It's okay if the right knee is not on the ground, yes, but try to bring the shoulder to the mat. And if it feels uncomfortable to having the knee lifted, or you're not able to keep your foot on the ground, then you can also place a cushion underneath your knee. Yes, but usually if your foot is resting, then you don't need the cushion. Okay, so let's give it a try. So you're on your belly, you stretch your left arm out, you bend your right knee, yes, and then you roll open to the right side, that's it, and bring your right shoulder to the mat, that's it, and then you bring both hands like this, yes, and you look over your right shoulder, that's it. Yeah, just keep your foot there, yes, Simona, good. You can bring your foot a bit more forward, here. Make sure your right foot is resting on the mat, can be close to your leg or can be further away, that's it, and breathe. And every time you breathe out, try to move your shoulder closer to the ground. Enjoy the stretch that you will feel. Now if you feel the stretch mainly in your right buttock, then you want to bring your knee a bit higher towards your chest, so the stretch comes a bit more to your back. The idea is to stretch the back here, not so much the buttock. Holding this for another 45 seconds. Just the shoulder has to be on the floor. Don't try to keep your lower back on the floor, just the shoulder. And we will come out of the pose the same way we entered it. So we're going to stretch out the left arm So we can roll over it and lie down on the belly again. That's it. And relax for a moment in crocodile pose or in Sashtang Pranamasana. And then we do the same to the other side. So you stretch out your right arm, bend your left knee, bring it up towards the chest, and then roll yourself open. And as you roll, you can bring your both elbows at a 90-degree angle, and you look over your left shoulder. That's it. Yeah, perfect. Enjoy the pose, the stretch. Now, what is more important is that the shoulder blade is on the floor, not the knee. So the knee will, in most people, be lifted off the ground. You want to have your left shoulder blade. And it's easier if your elbow is bent at a 90-degree angle. Good, and we release the pose the same way we came into it, stretching out your right arm and rolling back onto your belly, lazy and relaxed. Good, and from here, remember, sliding back to child's pose, hands next to the chest, curl your toes under, now lift your pelvis up and slide back with the nose against the mat. Good. And from here, slowly roll up further to come to bring your upper body upright. And we come into Tvipat Prabhadasana, two-legged tiptoe pose. So from Vajrasana, you curl your toes under and you come into this, it's not a squat, it's tiptoe pose. You sit with your hips on your heels. Keep your inner thighs together, knees together. Try to keep your upper body upright. And then bring your hands up towards the ceiling. Keep squeezing your knees, thighs together. Look straight ahead or slightly up. Don't bring your hands over the head, but keep them in line with your forehead. And hold for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good, and stand up. Bringing your feet together, toes and heels touching. We'll move on to Tadasana, mountain pose. So your legs are together, feet are together, and you bring your hands up along your forehead as high as you can without lifting the shoulders. So try to keep your shoulders down, and then you lift first your eyes and then your chin. until you can see the eye-shaped space between your palms. So don't drop your head too much. And keep your palms pressed together. And now close your eyes and stand steady and still, like a mountain. See if you can find the perfect balance. For 30 seconds more. Stand completely still. And gently release and lie down in Savasana for the final relaxation. Can you close the door, Mary? Find a comfortable position. You can also cover your eyes, cover yourself with a blanket. Let your body relax and sink into the ground. Feel the heaviness of your entire body. The heaviness of your feet. The heaviness of your legs, the heaviness of your pelvis, your belly, lower back, observe the heaviness of your rib cage, of your shoulder blades and your spine. Your arms are very heavy. Your neck is heavy. Your jaw is heavy. Your eyes are heavy. the back of your head is heavy. Your whole body is heavy and sinking into the ground. Now lift your legs or just the knees a few centimeters off the mat. Feel the heaviness and drop. Lift your pelvis a few centimeters off the mat and drop. Lift your chest a few centimeters off the mat. Keep your head on the mat, lift your chest and release. Lift your arms a few centimeters off the mat. And drop. Let your head drop to the right. Bring it back to the center and let it roll to the left. And center. Make a lemony face, squeeze all your face muscles to one point. And release. Now let your body and mind relax completely. Follow the auto-suggestion and fall into a deep sleep. My feet, my feet are my knees, my knees are my thigh, relax my pelvis. My belly is relaxed. My chest is relaxed. My spine my shoulder really my Slowly bring your awareness back to your body. And gently take your time. Find your way back up into a seated position. Closing with Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.